It is only a man that wants to be kept that can be kept. Is this statement really true? Personally, I don't think this statement is true because I've seen guys who were chronic womanizers, but at the end of the day, somewhere along the line, they met one particular lady and everything turned around. Like they just stopped chasing other girls because there was this particular thing about these ladies that they decided, no, let me just, it's okay, like my pimp, let me just pause here because this lady, Charlie, she has all the qualities that I want. Do you want to keep him? My advice is that you do your best, put in these strategies, do everything that you can. At the end of the day, if he still decides to leave, that is his loss. But then try, put in the effort, okay? In this video, I want to talk to you about deep secrets that will make your boyfriend or your husband keep loving you. Please, I know some of you are going to say, Auntie, even if you do that, they are going to cheat. I am not saying that they won't cheat. I am saying that they would love you. And if at the end of the day, you have all these qualities, you do these things, and then he decides to cheat, then you have a decision to make, whether to stay or to move on. But at the end of the day, be that woman. Put in the efforts. Do everything that you can do as a woman. Because I've always told you that as women, we hold some power. There is a power that we hold, but we don't know. And so sometimes we try to belittle ourselves. Sometimes we try to behave in such a way that I say, like we are nobody. My dear, come on. Stick with me to the end of this video if you are interested. Let's do this. So the first thing I have on my list is that, my dear, make sure that your beauty game is on point every day. Sweetheart, you have no idea what this Gen Z generation they do. Like, have you seen them? The 90s, no, let me even come to 2000s. Have you seen these girls? And sweetheart, I know that your man is supposed to be faithful to you, but that doesn't mean you should suffocate him. Charlie, be on your beauty game at every point in time. Men are moved by what they see. The Bible says that when Adam saw Eve, like when he saw her, he said, wow, this is the bone of my bone. This is the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of me. Do you think that when Adam saw Eve, if Eve was not pleasing to Adam's eye, this guy would go like, wow. Do you remember when the king wanted a wife in the book of Esther? When the king called Queen Vashti and she refused to come, and then he decided to get himself another wife. The Bible says that Esther prepared herself for 3 months. What do you think within the 3 months she was doing? Yes, she prayed. Yes, she fasted. But physically, when the king saw her. So as a woman, my dear, always make sure that your beauty game is on point. Don't say that, anytime your man is seeing you, at least make sure that your man will look at you and go like, wow. I was telling someone that, you see these side chicks, they don't have kids. They don't have anybody. So the only thing they do is to take care of themselves. They don't have any, aside some of them are working, yes. But if that man is going to them, do you know what they do? Do you know what now? It's getting to the extent where ladies will be putting injections in their body just to look physically pleasing. I am not saying go and do that. I am totally against that. But in your own way, look physically pleasing to your man. Nowadays, men don't fall because you know how to sweep, you know how to clean, you know how to wash. And no, was our grandmothers. It's important. I'm not saying it's not important. It's important. But that man will not fall for you because how would he even know that you know how to sweep or you know how to clean? It is your beauty. It is your physical beauty that will attract you to him. So my dear, if you want that guy to keep on loving you, if you want your husband to don't give him any excuse. Don't give him any excuse. He wants to do his own thing, okay? But he wants an excuse to stand on and say, I'm not put on dress. That's why she doesn't look good. She's not dressing. She has been messy. So don't give her any excuse. Let people see you and go like, what at all is this man looking for out there? Because Charlie, his wife, his girlfriend has everything. So the number one thing is that try as much as possible always. If you want that man to keep loving you, if you want to keep him, try to always be be on point of your beauty game. Before I continue, I have an amazing announcement to make. As a couple of years of connecting with you in the comment section, I'm taking things to the next level, and I'm coming up with a new show, the AN Show. This is your space to call and share your questions, your stories, and yes, your dilemmas of life, love, and everything in between. Whether you are stuck in a messy situation, family drama, or you just need someone to talk to about self-love, I am here. I listen, I share advice, and I help you to find clarity. So this is how it works. Every week we are going to pick few calls, and then we will have a real conversation on the show. No judgment, but I'll tell you as it is. So if you want to be on the show, just send a WhatsApp message to 020-3710433, 020-3710433. If you are outside Ghana, please do not forget to add +233. Just send a quick message and say, tell me that I want to be on the AN show. I'll tell you to give me a summary of your issue, and then we take it from there. If you do not want to miss these episodes, please subscribe to my channel and click on the small bell so that you'll be notified whenever we post an episode. So let's continue with our video. The second thing is that make sure you are mostly available. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that be always available, no. But I am saying that be mostly available. And when I mean be mostly available, especially to my dear wives, when your husband wants to go down there, be available for him. When your husband wants someone to talk to, be available for him. Don't be too busy for your relationship. Don't let work take your man from you. Most men sleep with their house helps mostly because their wives are not available. You are at work, you are doing this, you are doing that. I know, and I understand, because you need to make your own money. You need to be a working mother. You need to be a working class. But there is a saying that if you intentionally decide to make time, you make time. So when you are planning your day, make time for your man. You see, out of sight sometimes mean out of love. So your husband is staying in Accra, you are working in Kumasi, and you don't want to make time and visit him maybe every weekend or every other weekend. Me, I'm busy. This weekend I'm tired. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Although, my dear, do you really want that man to love you? Do you really want to keep that man? If you want to keep the love burning, be available. Your husband wants to go down there. Me, I'm tired. My head is paining me. I'm doing this. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that invade his privacy, no. But what I'm saying is that you have to be available. Be emotionally present to your man. Sometimes ladies will go like, my husband doesn't talk to me. My man doesn't talk to me. He prefers talking to his male friends, his friends and all those things. The bro code. They are available for him. They are there for him. So my dear, come on. If you want him to keep loving you, be available. The next point I have is respect him. See him as the king. Give him the respect that nobody can give him. Even if I'm not there, can tell his friends that as for my wife, I want to marry in such a way that when he goes outside and someone is rude to him, he can boldly say that the woman I married, come and see my wife, come and see the woman in the house. My wife would never disrespect me this way. What at all will make you disrespect your man? If you want the man to love you, please respect him. Treat him as a king. Let him know that he is the king. That is even what the Bible has told us to do. Wives. So when you are a girlfriend, respect him. But when you are a wife, submit to him. Treat him as the king that he is, because he is the king. And if you want your man to treat you as a queen, my dear, treat him as a king. This is a strategy you do not want to miss. The next thing is that understand his love language and speak it. Everybody has a love language. It's your man's own physical touch. It's his own words of affirmation. Does he fancy gifts? It's his own acts of service. This man was having problem with his wife that he has married for 20 years. And then they came to me and I was counseling them. Then I asked the man, what is this one thing that your wife does that you are so happy with? He said how he takes care of me, how he serves my food, how he cooks for me, how he washes my things. Then I got to know that his love language was acts of service. Someone's love language is gifts. Someone's love language is physical touch. With those whose love language is physical touch, Whenever you are with them, they just want to touch you. They just want to have body to body contact. It's not like they want to have sex. No. Some of you, when your husband just wants to touch you, then you think they want to have sex. Your boyfriend just wants to cuddle you, then you think it's because of sex that he's trying to. My dear, maybe his love language is physical touch. So get to know his love language and speak it to him. This is a way that you can get that man to your corner. And then the next thing is that make sure he knows that he's the only man in your life. And do you know the number of guys who propose to me when I go out? Do you know the number of men? My dear, don't do that. This is a mistake you do not want to do. Make sure that that man knows that he's the only man in your life. And if you give him that, even if he is not, please let him know, let him believe that he is. So my dear, if you want the man to keep loving you, please, these are 5 things that you have to keep doing. Do your part, put in the effort. And if he doesn't appreciate them and he still decides to leave, just know that it is his loss. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. Nyamenka.